Welcome to Yender Mind. Recognizing the difference between psychopathy and sociopathy. The terms psychopath and sociopath are frequently used to describe people with antisocial personality disorder. Because sociopaths and psychopaths share many traits, some medical references use the terms interchangeably. However, some behaviors are used by leading experts to distinguish sociopaths and psychopaths from one another. Typically, their behavior toward others and how they act in various social situations distinguishes a sociopath from a psychopath. Behavior characteristics of a psychopathic individual. One of the most obvious distinctions between psychopaths and sociopaths is that psychopaths are highly organized. Their need for organization is reflected in every aspect of their lives, from the way they keep their home or personal space to the way they make and carry out plans. The need for organization can become almost obsessional for many psychopaths. Rule breakers are people who have antisocial personality disorder. People who lack respect for authority or societal rules are more likely to break the law. Because of a psychopath's obsessive attention to detail and need for constant organization, it is often difficult to catch them if they commit a crime. Many psychopaths plan their acts of lawlessness so meticulously that they can go years without being caught. If and when a psychopath is caught breaking the law, they will try to blame someone else and appear to be innocent. Psychopaths are frequently described as cold-blooded or cold-hearted. Their behavior is typically calculated, and they may employ aggressive tactics to obtain what they desire. For example, if a psychopath wants to advance in his career, he may be willing to go to any length to achieve that goal. This could include being willing to sully a coworker's reputation or status on the job in order to advance himself. Manipulation techniques. Psychopaths and sociopaths both use manipulation to achieve their goals. Despite having no empathy or concern for others, they frequently take on the role of caregiver for a family member or other person in need. Some of them marry and have children. However, their ostensible attachment to others is frequently a ruse. Mimicking other people's behavior. Psychopaths learn to imitate others' actions. They may act upset or angry if they have learned that this is the socially acceptable response. The goal is to appear normal while remaining undetected by others. Most psychopaths are aware that they are different and lack emotion, and they do not want to be exposed by others. When something that should elicit those feelings occurs, they may act elated or extremely happy. Not feeling emotions. One of the most well-known characteristics of these personality disorders is a lack of emotional experience. Although psychopaths do not experience what many consider normal human emotion, they do have the ability to understand emotion and frequently mimic the emotions of others. This ability is one of the characteristics that distinguishes psychopaths as master manipulators. In fact, psychopaths are so skilled at deception that they frequently convince others that they are devoted to or in love with them. While they may pretend to care for or love others, or to feel the same emotions as others, psychopaths generally have no emotional connection with anyone. Their displays of affection or concern are simply a ploy in a psychopath's manipulation game to further their own agenda. There is no conscience. Psychopaths appear to be devoid of conscience and moral right and wrong. They are typically aggressive and predatory in nature. Psychopaths, in general, see others as objects to be used for amusement or personal gain. They lack empathy for others, despite having a charming or charismatic personality that allows them to easily gain the trust of others. If a psychopath offends or hurts someone else, the only time he will show remorse is if it furthers his own agenda for personal gain. They don't mind causing harm to others if it means getting what they want. Sociopaths' behavior. While psychopaths appear to have a normal life, home, and family, sociopaths may be homeless and move around. They are also more likely to abuse alcohol or illegal drugs. A sociopath's disorganization usually affects all aspects of his or her life. Because their behavior is disorganized and often erratic, a sociopath who commits a crime is more likely than a psychopath to be apprehended and prosecuted. Nervousness and a short temper. Sociopaths frequently exhibit nervous symptoms and can become easily agitated. They are frequently prone to rage and emotional outbursts. Sociopaths often struggle to maintain steady employment or develop stability in personal or professional relationships because they are unable to maintain a sense of order or stability. While it is not impossible, sociopaths often find it difficult to form any kind of attachment with others. They have a moral compass. Another distinction between psychopaths and sociopaths is that sociopaths have a sense of conscience. They are, however, unable to let their conscience guide their actions. As a result, even if a sociopath recognizes that a behavior is wrong, they may engage in it anyway, especially if they believe their actions will benefit them in the long run. Psychopaths are generally thought to be cold-blooded. Sociopaths, on the other hand, are frequently perceived as arrogant. While they have a sense of conscience, they are not motivated by a desire to do what is right rather than what is wrong, and they often have no problem if others know that they are seeking their own gratification. Sociopaths frequently act without thinking, make excuses for their actions, and blame others for their actions. Is a psychopath's brain distinct from a sociopath's? There is some evidence that psychopaths' brains have impaired connections between the part of the brain responsible for feelings of empathy and remorse and the part of the brain that elicits fear or anxiety responses. Individuals who are not psychopaths may have a physical reaction to a violent scene in a movie, such as a rapid heart rate, faster breathing, or sweaty palms. Psychopaths, on the other hand, can remain calm in the face of potentially dangerous or frightening situations. Thank you for watching. Please, like, share and subscribe. This presentation contains images that were used under a Creative Commons license. Click here to see the full list of images and attributions. https://link.attribute.to/cc/2437360